Hi guys, thanks so much for getting on this webinar. I'm so excited to share with you the techniques that our team has learned over the last 3 years is the most powerful way to invite people and truly the best way to fill your rooms. So we're going to share this with you. I think you're going to benefit huge. Do exactly what we teach you and you will have a full room and you will never have to do another business launch again because you'll find your 2 people. Okay, so first of all, before we get into what to say, because we're going to spend a lot of time talking about what to say and giving you guys verbiage and empowering you guys to say the right words, there's a truth that you need to understand. And the truth is, nothing matters as far as what words you use if you're not projecting the right emotions, okay? Your emotions that you're sharing with that person will always be more powerful than the words that you share with that person. So let's talk about these emotions a little bit. We're going to go over them quickly because they're self-explanatory, but not because they're not important. They're more important than the words you say, okay? So what is the number one emotion that person needs to feel from you when you call them? Number one emotion is excitement. Nothing is more enrolling than excitement. If that person feels your excitement, then they're going to join and they're going to say, yes, I want to get off my couch because you sound so excited. I've had people call people and invite them, and I'm listening to them invite the person. It's pure gibberish, right? Nothing makes sense than of what they're saying. But because they're so excited, their friends say yes. Excitement is the most powerful emotion. So be excited. You have a lot of reasons to be excited about this opportunity and the opportunity to share it. The next thing is belief. What's belief about? It's not necessarily a belief that these products are, life-saving. It's not necessarily belief that this business is the best business out there. Although we're the best business out there, and our products are life-saving. But the reality is that's not something you can know in your first couple of days, right? If you're listening to this, likely this is your first couple of days in the business. One belief, though, you can absolutely have without a shadow of a doubt is somebody in your upline life has completely changed because somebody shared this with them, they took a hold of it and changed their lives. I don't work anymore because somebody shared this with me and I went to work and I changed my life forever because of it. Okay, so you can have a belief 100% that if somebody takes a hold of this, they can change their life with it. So when you have that belief, then I want you to take that mindset of, I have a belief that this can be an absolute gift for another person. I have a belief that they are not doing a favor to me by coming to my opportunity. I am doing them a favor by giving this opportunity to them that if they take a hold of it, they can change your lives with. That belief is really important because when you come from that place, it gives you a posture that is untouchable. Okay, so have a belief that this is a gift and that if somebody takes a hold of this, they can change their lives because there is proof of that. Just ask me or ask somebody in your upline. Okay, so next one is urgency. What's that all about? Urgency is simply, if people do not believe they need to come now, when do they come? Yeah, you got it. Never. They never come. Because if it's not important enough to come now, it's just not important. So we're going to teach you how to create urgency in your call. There's a couple of opportunities in a call to create urgency, okay? And that is something you need to be aware of. The next one is a lack of accommodation. It is attached to a belief that this is a gift. When you really truly believe that this is something that could help somebody, if they give you some lackluster excuse like, oh, I have I have football on Fridays and I can't really come on Fridays, so I'm really sorry I can't make it. Well, when you have a lack of accommodation and you believe this could help this person, then what you're going to say is you're just going to be real with that person and try and help them. And just say, you know what, as a friend, can I make a suggestion? And they'll say, yeah, sure. I know you get to go to football every Friday. I'm only doing this once. I'm only doing my launch once. And I really want to encourage you to come this Friday because I really believe it could change your life. So can I ask you a favor? Can you forego football for this Friday and come to my launch? And some of them will say yes, and some will say no. But I'll tell you what, if that person says yes because of your lack of accommodation and they forego football on Friday, they're going to come with a mindset that this is going to help them in a specific way because we're going to teach you to invite that way. and they're going to come with a mindset that, wow, this is really important to the person that invited me. I wonder why it's such a big deal. And because they've sacrificed something to come to the opportunity, it will be a big deal, and they will join because of your lack of accommodation. So those are the 4 emotions you want to portray. So now let's talk about, what do you actually say? I mean, what are you going to actually say to people? This is the thing that people stress out about. It is super easy if you ask yourselves a couple of really simple questions. Okay? Number 1, what is the problem that exists in your prospects, friends, family members, life that Dynamax can be the solution for? So I want you to ask yourself, how can this really help them? Do they have a problem this could be a solution for? Okay? And if you ask yourself that, then very quickly, there's going to be a bunch of people where you're like, yeah, this person's in debt, or this person doesn't always complain they're not spending enough time at home. This person's husband is gone through 3 or 4 weeks into the oil, in the oil patch, and they're always talking about how they'd like to have their husband at home. And the problems will appear that this could be the solution for. And that's how you invite them, because that's the most powerful way to invite people, is based on why they should listen. Okay, so this is the formula, okay, to invite someone when you've thought of the problem that exists in their life that this could be the solution for. Remember when, you know, and then you explain, remember when you talked about this problem. Were you serious about that? Right? And then, then I found something that we can do together that will solve that problem. Come to my house Saturday at 7 p.m. to see what it is. So that is the formula right there. Remember when, were you serious about that, plus the problem, plus I found something that we can do together that will solve the problem. Come to my house Saturday at 7 p.m. to see what it is. We're going to model this. So if you don't understand this right now, don't worry. 2 seconds from now, I'll show you exactly how it works. And if you use it exactly, use the wording exactly the way that I teach you, it's extremely powerful and personalized, so it addresses the needs of your specific people. Okay, the next one is, what if you don't know what the problem is? Or what if that person, in your opinion, doesn't have any problems that Dynamax can be the solution for? How do you still approach that person? Well, it's simple. The next question I want you to ask yourself is, why would you like them to be your business partner? Why is that so important? Because it's simple. That is going to elicit all sorts of things that are good about that person. And that's going to give you compliments. And how you're going to invite them is based on those compliments, on those authentic, real, sincere thoughts you have about why you would like them to be your business partner. That's the key with the compliment. You need to be sincere and authentic and truthful in everything, not just the compliments, right? If you want to be successful at this business. Okay, so what is the formula for approaching somebody based on a compliment as opposed to a problem? Simple. The reason I'm calling is, then you compliment them, okay? And then what happens is I found something that we can do together that you will love. Come to my house Saturday at 7 p.m. to see what it is, okay? And so that is the formula. And once again, we will model that, we will role play it, and we'll show you exactly what that looks like in the next points coming up. So let's talk about overcoming objections, because we're going to model this as well. What is it, right? This is the number one thing that really prevents people at the beginning from getting people to come, because they ask what it is, and then you tell them what it is. And I wish it wasn't like this, but if you tell them what it is, they're not coming. You give them just enough information to say no, and not enough information to say yes. So how do we avoid this question? Well, in the invitation, if you say it exactly the way that we teach you, you're going to end your invitation with I want you to come Saturday 7 p.m. to see what it is. Okay? That is therefore a very specific purpose. When you say, I want you to come to my house Saturday 7 p.m. to see what it is, it sort of sounds stupid to go, what is it? You just told them Saturday at 7 p.m., that's when they're going to see what it is. Now, it's not that you won't get asked this question anyways, but the reality is if you finish your invitation with that and you give them clear instruction as to where they're going to find out what it is, you will get this question a whole lot less. What is it? Okay? So do it just the way that we teach you and you'll avoid this question. But what if they ask? Well, this is a wonderful opportunity to create urgency, right? The way to respond to this is simple. What is it? Oh my gosh, if I could only explain it in 5 minutes, I would, but I can't. I've got my presenter coming to my house, I got to make sure that my room is completely full because I only want to ever do this once. So can you just come to my house Saturday at 7 p.m. to see what it is? And maybe they'll go, yeah, sure, okay, fine, no problem. Or you might have a special friend, and that special friend might go, well, sorry, I'm not coming unless you tell me what it is. Well, how do you respond to this? Well, it's simple. The easiest way to respond to this is to simply say, do you trust me? And what they're going to say to you is either yes or no. If they say yes, I trust you, then you know I wouldn't waste your time. Come and see what it is. Okay? And they'll go, well, okay, fine. But if they say no, what do? No, I don't trust you. Well, it's simple. You know what? I'm really sorry to bug you. I'm looking for business partners that trust me. So you totally don't even have to come. Because the reality is, if they don't trust you, they're not joining anyways, and you just saved yourself some time. Okay? So next one is maybe. I want you to know about maybe. Maybe is actually no in disguise. Maybe is not maybe, it's no. Okay? So how do you deal with maybe? Once again, forthright and clear, right? Concise. Be upfront. They say maybe, you tell them the truth. You give them the out. You basically say, hey, you know what? I'm trying to fill my room. I want to make sure I get as many people as possible here. And I want you to know it's totally okay to say no to me. Okay? It's not going to hurt my feelings. All right? But I really would be helpful to me if you said yes or no, because then I know who's coming and who's not. So can you give me a yes or no? And a lot of times they'll say no. And that's okay. Now you know they're not coming. They weren't coming before, but now you've actually clarified. In your mind, you've forgotten about it. Okay? But some will say yes just because you challenged them on maybe. Because you show them you have that posture. They'll go, I was gonna say maybe and not show up, but now I think I'm gonna say yes and actually show up. And you'll get more people than you lose by challenging maybe. Okay? The next one is this network marketing? Yes. That's the way to answer. Yes, absolutely, it's network marketing. It's also brand new in Canada. Do you know how these things work? That's a great way to answer, is this network marketing? Okay? The next one is this a pyramid scheme? No. Pyramid schemes are illegal, and I would never do anything illegal. So that's very, very simple. This is network marketing, but it's not a pyramid scheme. Okay? Because pyramid schemes are outlawed. So now the question is what if they don't ask you one of these questions, they ask you some other question, right? Well, the reality is it still holds true. Once again, I wish it wasn't like this, but if you tell them, if you answer their questions, you're going to give them enough information to say no and not enough information to say yes. So what do? Well, simple, easiest way to deal with it is, hey, you know what? That is an awesome question. You know what? My presenter is going to be here early. If you want to come early and ask him that question or her that question, they will know the answer to that question. So come early on Saturday, come around 6:45. I'm sure my presenter will be able to answer that question. I just can't, I don't have time. I've got to make sure this room is full. Is that okay? And they'll usually say yes, no problem. And then you'll get them there. Okay? Now, the call back to cancel. This will happen to you. People will call back and cancel on you. Okay? And this is how it's going to work. Nobody's going to call you back and say, hey, hi, Janet, I never want to hear this, and I'm not coming forever. No. What they're going to generally call back and say is, hi, Janet, Johnny's sick. I'm so sorry I can't make it tonight. So what should be your response? Well, if you want to succeed, really be a champion at this, then what your response needs to be is, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry Johnny's sick. If I sent you a recorded call that explained what this is, would you listen to it? Write that down. That's exactly the way you need to answer that question. And they'll say yes. Well, when would you listen to it? Okay? And then they'll say, well, I got to put John down tonight, but tomorrow I'm pretty sure I'll have my husband home to take care of Johnny, so I could probably listen to this tomorrow. Okay? And then she'll say, okay, no problem. And you say, okay, would it be okay if I gave you a call with my business partner to just answer any questions you might have for about 5 minutes? Would that be okay? They'll say, yeah, no problem. Okay, what time do you want me to call? Because I don't want to bug you. I know you're busy with Johnny. She'll say 11 o'clock. You say, okay, no problem. What's your email? Grab her email and either send her the recorded call or get your upline to send the recorded call, okay? And then follow up. That way, everybody that cancels, here's the opportunity, right? And everybody that comes to the home business launch, here's the opportunity. That is powerful, okay? So let's move on. Let's actually model this, show you how it actually works. Okay, Jonathan, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to model three things: a problem, a compliment, and then go through the objections with Jonathan, okay? So the first call here, we're just going to, I've been talking to Jonathan, and last week when he was over at the house, he says to me, my gosh, I am so far in debt. Do you know anybody that's hiring for a second job, because I got to get out of debt, right? Just a normal conversation. I heard what he said. I filed it back into my brain, and I'm going to call Jonathan. Okay, so here we go. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Hey, remember when you were talking about, getting out of debt and thinking about getting a second job?
Yes.
Okay, were you serious about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, listen, Jonathan, I think I found something that we can do together that's going to help you get out of debt, and you won't have to get a second job. But I need you to come to my house Saturday at 7 p.m. to see what it is. Can you make it?
Sounds good. I'm there.
Okay, awesome. So that is how we call someone when they have a problem. So remember when, talk about the problem, challenge them so that they say, absolutely, were you serious about that? And then I found something that we can do together that will get out of debt, solve the problem. Come to my house Saturday at 7 p.m. or whatever time or place your launch is at to see what it is. Overcome any objections, which we'll do in another example. Have a lack of accommodation, which we'll do in another example. And handling yes and no. Okay, that is super important. And that's what we're going to show you in the next example, is exactly how to handle yes and no. Okay, so the next one, it's a compliment. So I have been thinking about Jonathan. I can't think of a single problem that exists in Jonathan's life. I haven't known him that long, and I want to be able to invite him, but I don't know what the problem is that exists in his life. So what do I do in that scenario? Well, it's really simple. I'm going to give Jonathan a call based on a compliment, because I've thought about Jonathan. He's entrepreneurial, he's smart, he's organized, and lots of times I've always thought, you know what, if I'm going to do business, I would love to do it with Jonathan because he compliments me so well. So that's how I'm going to approach him with. Okay? So let's model that. Are you ready, Jonathan?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Hey, the reason why I'm giving you a call is I was thinking about you the other day, and I was thinking, man, Jonathan's smart, he's entrepreneurial, the guy is on it, he's so organized, he's always reminding me to not forget things. And I was thinking to myself, man, if I ever had an opportunity to do a business, I would want to do it with Jonathan. And guess what? I think I found something that you and me can do together, and I think you're going to absolutely love it. Can you come to my house Saturday at 7 p.m. to see what it is?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome, Jonathan. All right, so that is absolutely, sorry. And then when he says absolutely, what do you want to do? You want to say, hey, Jonathan, are you still there? Yeah, okay. Listen, when you come on Saturday, you are going to be sitting there listening to this, and you're going to be thinking to yourself, man, I wish I had brought some friends. So can you try and bring some friends on Saturday as well? Because I promise you, you're going to love it. Okay, awesome. All right, so that is amazing. So now that is how you handle yes, all right? And so let's go through this. The reason I'm calling yes. Why do we do that? Why do we get right to the point? Your calls need to be a minute or 2 minutes long at the very most, because first of all, you need to do a lot of calls. Second of all, also, you need to make sure that you're not chit-chatting before or after, because if you ask that person a bunch of questions before or after about their kids and the weather and so on and so forth, they're gonna be thinking in their minds, you know, geez, the only reason why he cared about what was happening with my kids is because he wanted me to come to this thing. So let's just be above board, straightforward, get right to the point, and make these short and sweet and powerful. Okay? So the reason I'm calling is plus the compliment, right? Then I found something that we can do together that you will love. Come to my house Saturday, 7 p.m. to see what it is. Overcome the objections, which we'll do in the next segment. have a lack of accommodation, handling yes or no. When you have somebody that says yes, tell them to bring some friends. When you have somebody that says no, right, simply say, man, I'm really sorry you're going to miss out on this. Have a great day. And let that seed be planted. And because it'll be planted, it'll be powerful for you. Okay. All right. So, John, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we're going to go to the previous example, but now we're going to have objections thrown in there. And I have no idea what Jonathan's going to say. No idea. We have not pre-planned this whatsoever. I have given him a list of objections, and we're going to see what happens. Okay? So, all right. Hey, Jonathan, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, remember when you were talking last week about wanting to get out of debt and you're thinking about getting a second job? Do you remember that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Were you serious about that?
Yes.
Okay. Listen, Jonathan, I think I found something that we can do together that is going to get you out of debt, and you won't have to get that second job. So I want you to come to my house Saturday at 7 p.m. to see what it is. Can you make it?
Gosh, you know, I actually have darts on Saturday night at 6 o'clock.
Okay. Hey, Jonathan, we're friends, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Can I make a suggestion?
Absolutely.
Okay. Listen, I really believe this could get you out of debt. I really believe this could help you. And I'm going to make a crazy suggestion. Would you be willing to just not go to darts this one Saturday and come to this meeting? Because I honestly think it could change your life.
Sure. Can you just tell me what it is?
Oh, okay, listen. I am filling my room. I'm focusing right now on making sure my room is full. If I could explain this in 5 minutes, I totally would, Jonathan. But I don't have enough time. I got to make sure that I get my room full because my presenter, we only do this once. I'm doing one launch, and so I got to make sure my room is full so it's successful. So can you just come on Saturday and see what it is?
Sure. Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome. Now, when you come, I promise you, you're going to love what you hear, and you're going to be sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I wish I had brought some friends. So don't do that. Bring some friends, okay?
Oh, sounds good.
Okay, awesome. Thanks so much. So that's it, guys. Remember when? Were you serious about that? I found something that we can do together that will solve, solve the problem. Come to my house Saturday, 7 p.m. I overcame the objections, which were a lack of accommodation and what is it, right? And then had a lack of accommodation, and then I handled yes and no in the proper way. That is the way that you powerfully invite. So thanks you so much. Thank you, Jonathan, for being on the call. And we're going to let you go. And that's it, guys.